What is up, everybody? My name is Andrew, and welcome back to Space Engineer Survival on the lovely moon, in this case, of Triton. This is episode number 31. Last episode, we descended from the asteroids up there, and we landed on this beautiful planet. The landing went a bit interestingly, as we lost both of our cargo containers in the descent, because I forgot to add batteries to them. But now, now we're here, and we pretty much have a base set up, and this episode we're going to continue working on this. But first, let me start by saying I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday over the past month. We're now in 2022, so I guess this brings a new year for everything. I mean, it's just a new year. Welcome to 2022, everybody. This is our first episode in 2022. Hopefully, it'll go well, I guess. But speaking of going well, after we lost our little cargo pods last episode, I was saying that we really should have had the kinetic devastation mod on, because if we did have that on, the cargo pods would have made a gigantic explosion. So in that vein, we have the kinetic devastation mod turned on now. So anything that falls down at a super fast speed will lag our game. Wait, what the heck? What am I witnessing? Oh, I just had this turned off. We have a Serenity over there. Okay, I didn't even see that. That was crazy. But yeah, essentially anything that comes down at a very high speed, like those unknown signals, is going to make a huge explosion. And in the case of our cargo pods, they would have made a huge explosion if we had this mod turned on. So hopefully we'll see some huge explosions eventually. But anyways, yeah, so this episode we're going to continue building this little refueling outpost. And I actually talked about this a little bit last episode, just at the end. So a lot of you may not have heard it if you didn't watch till the end of the video. But essentially the way we're doing this is that this is going to be a little refueling outpost. It's going to allow, it's pretty much going to be built to allow ships to come over here and refuel whenever they need to. And what we're going to say is, because all of our trade stations are like thousands of kilometers away and like totally unreachable, what we're going to say is that since we built this trade station here, as soon as we light up a beacon allowing all those things to see it, they're going to come over here and start building their trade stations a little closer. So the lore reason for that would be that now there's a little refueling station here. They can afford to make those trips out here to build a little trade station. So that's going to be our solution to the super far trade station problem. So at the end of this episode, if we have this thing built, next episode we should start seeing trade stations appear in the sky. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. So this episode we're going to be building this thing. We need to continue building the floor. We need to build all the we need to put up all these catwalks in this area. We also need to actually build up the rest of this stuff. I still don't really know if we want to put in a proper refinery and assembler. I think this might be fine though. We might just keep these two. Additionally, I want to add 2 little docking ports and landing pads that ships could theoretically dock at, and we'd probably use those if we had like a little docking port here so we could recharge this thing. So that'll be kind of nice. And I also want to add 2 hotel rooms, 2 small little hotel rooms, kind of like you would see on those little trade stations that spawn up there. Just so that, like, you know, lore-wise, anyone could like come over here and stay at them or something. I don't know. I think it would bring it all together. So let's start on building this thing up. We need to get a lot of materials for this stuff. If I remember correctly, these required a lot of small steel tubes. So, okay, yeah, let's just start building this up. Oh, it looks like we're starting with a storm as well. Oh, wait, this looks like a storm that actually turns these faster. So I think we probably won't lose any power. If we look at them, we'll see that they are now optimal. Nice. They're giving us 561 kilowatts of power. That's pretty good. By the way, sorry if I sound a little bit weird. I'm coming off of a pretty nasty cold, so I might sound a little congested. Sorry about that. That should go away by next episode. All right, so let's get some production going. I want to build a lot of small steel tubes. We have a bunch, but we need more. Also, I think we're out of iron, so we're going to need to go get more iron. But luckily, we have some right down there, so that's not a problem at all. Let's use what we have currently to try and build up what we can, and then we'll see what we need. So, oh, we're already at our limit, I guess. Oh yeah, we didn't make very many construction components. Whoops. Okay, well let's set 200 to make, and let's go down into this hole. Get some iron. Ooh, we got some left over from last episode. Nice, a little present. That was my little Christmas present to myself for this episode. All right, let's get back up there. Look how quick that is, by the way. Well, I mean, it helps that we had a bunch that we could just grab, but still. This thing makes life so much easier. Look at all this. You can just grab that, and boom, we're full. Well, I mean, not full. Now we're full. We got the double voice there. Yeah, with this drill, it makes life very, very easy. Now, because we don't have a battery, this excess power doesn't really mean much, but I mean, we might as well make use of it by grabbing some energy with our survival kit instead of hopping into our cockpit to our left. Oh, by the way, I noticed something off camera. Not off camera, right before I started recording. So that's Pertam, right? Actually, you can't even see it right now. Pretty much when I started recording, before there was this storm, I actually saw like a bit of ice over there on Pertam, which is really weird. I didn't know there were any like giant ice patches on Pertam, but it was clear as day, just like a bit of ice like right over there. So, I don't know. Once this clears up, we'll take another look. But yeah, maybe that's where we need to check out when we get back to Pertam. See if we can actually find that ice area. Life becomes a whole lot easier once you have satellite imagery, doesn't it? When you can actually look at the planet as a whole. You know, while we're chilling, I want to go check out that unknown signal over there because I don't know if it landed after we turned on kinetic devastation. But I want to see, because if it did, then there should be a giant hole over there. And if it didn't, we can at least remove it from the map, so another one might spawn. All right, here we go. Unknown signal. It's in this giant. Oh my gosh, this is a really. Oh wow, that's very bizarre. This is a very interesting plane. There's like, I mean, there's mountain over there, which is where we're living. Oh, actually, wait. I hope I can remember where we're living. Speaking of which, we're over there in some direction. Oh shoot, it's flying away. What? Oh, good lord, okay. It exploded in my face. That's fine. I totally was expecting that and was not scared. But, alright. Let's go and see if we can find our base again. Okay, if I recall, it was over here somewhere. I am gonna get very lost, aren't I? Yeah, so it should be like right up here somewhere. Wait, nickel? Okay. Nickel, iron. So I know we were close to the iron. It's up here. I think we may have found some different iron because my base isn't actually over here. Begs the question, where is my base? We don't have any lights on it or anything, so it's actually a little tricky to spot. But we should be able to like see the little spires for the, is that it over there? No, that's the sun. Wait, hang on. What did I witness? Ah, yes, I see it. Can you see it just in the corner of the screen? You can see those little, here, I'll put it right in the corner. All right, right in the corner. There we go. You can actually see the little spinny turbines. All right, cool. So we know that there's a little bit of iron. Ah! Oh my god! Oh man, traveling in a storm is tough. Okay, let's refill our stuff over here, or refill what we can. I'm gonna prioritize getting this O2H generator built. Let's find out what we need for that. All right, is it as easy as one trip? Let's find out. All components? No, that's... Okay, we need the large steel tubes. Let's build it up. We only need 2 large steel tubes. I wonder if I can build those. What do they require? Literally just iron? Okay, easy. Easy. There we go. We now have one O2H2 generator up and running, which means we should be able to refill these things. Let me just throw everything in there. We're gonna go grab a little bit of ice, and we should be good. I'll grab the ice over by the iron, actually, because that just makes sense. All right, there we go. It's not that much ice, but it should be enough for us to refill all our stuff. 1K, 1.6K. Is it not doing it? Why is it not doing it? Wait, do we not have enough power to run this as well as those? Here, let me try turning these off. Let's turn our basic stuff off and see if that allows this to do its job. No, still. Why not? Wait, are you not technically connected to our base? What? No, surely it's connected to that. Look, it doesn't show it's connected to the base. Wait, why? Wait, okay, so if you put something like this right here, and then build it up like that, and then remove that, is that no longer connected? No, I just saw it moving. What the heck? Wait, so if I build like this right here, is this not a proper... Oh, what the heck? Yo, I never knew this. So that's not like a proper connection point. Okay, interesting. Well, the more you know. In that case, we're going to have to dig right here and build like a little underground connection thing. All right, something as simple as that should solve all of our problems. Let's turn... Okay, that is the right way. And then put these in place as well. And we should be good. All right, sweet. Now let's build one up and we should be able to get it working. There we go. Are you now connected? Yes, you are indeed. Okay. All right, just add the ice and we should see these start to refill. Awesome, okay. That's good. We now have this up and running. We now need to add back our whatchamacallits as well. These guys. Alright, there we go. There's one, there's two, and I don't think we can get the full third one because we don't have the motors, but that's a start. Alright. I think this is stalled at this point. Unless these are just off. Yeah, these are just off still. Wait, so do we have enough power then? At least in the storm, I think we have enough power to run everything at once because these are like hyperdrive. But yeah, okay. There's one, there's two, and just one more. Do we have enough stuff? No, we don't have enough large steel tubes. Okay, we can go into production and just make probably like 20 of those would be good. Wow, that makes motors really slowly. You saw how slow that was making that? Maybe we do need a couple more basic refineries or like a proper refinery. I don't know. I mean, on account of the like actual treasure trove of ores that are like right below us, I guess it would make sense to have a proper refinery on this base and a proper assembler, but I don't know. What do I know? So I'm thinking a couple blocks like this wouldn't look that bad. I don't know. We'll see. They can always be removed if they do look bad. Let's grab the blocks for that. Wait, no. There's no way we're out of steel plates. Holy crap, we're out of steel plates. All right, let's make a couple hundred more. I guess these things really required a lot of steel plates, didn't they? But we should be able to build this up. All right, yay or nay? Does it look good or bad? We'll have a catwalk going over this, by the way, so it's not just going to be that. Speaking of catwalk, let's work on the catwalks. Let's finish these up. All right, we should have enough to build all of the catwalks up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and can we get the 8th one? No, we cannot. We don't have enough for all of them. But we do have enough to make this look a little bit nice. And actually, let's see. Let's see it from the side. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. A little catwalk going over here. You can walk down here if you need to like maybe work on these. You have a little maintenance hatch down here. I think that's pretty cool. All right, there we go. And we'll build a nice row over here. Looks like a Spirit of Le Monde has spawned. That is a ship that I am familiar with, at least a little bit, since we accidentally knocked one down with our honk batonk. So I do know a little bit about a Spirit of Le Monde. Do we have like... Okay, no, we did not put railings on this side. We put one for this, but that was it. In fact, you know what I might do here? I might keep this clear and I might put a little staircase. No, wait, that wouldn't make sense, actually. Well, I guess it could... Let's just do it normally. I was going to do something fancy, but I don't think it would have looked good in the end. I was going to try and put a staircase here, but if I did, like, you'd like be walking into the staircase, which would be really weird. I mean, I guess we could put the staircase there and then have it curve around, but I don't know. I think it's fine, like it is. It's kind of annoying that they don't have the like catwalk for this without the railing. So you see how like the bottom catwalk like actually turns? I don't think they have that for the no railing bit. The graded catwalk, it's just like a straight one. They don't have one that kind of curves like the corner piece does. So it ends up looking a little bit weird. I mean, we can try it anyway. We'll just put one right there and one right here. And then we're going to, I think we're going to put a railing right here. Not a double railing, just a single railing going across this way. Like that. Now what we're going to do right here is we might have two sets of stairs going down, and we'll probably have a landing pad on either side. So one on this side and one on that side. And that will satisfy our two landing pad requirements. And then maybe what we do is we try to build down here and build those little rooms down here. I don't know. I think that might look kind of cool if the rooms are all the way down here. Maybe. I don't know. Or we could build the rooms kind of up over here so they're above ground. They'd have like a nice view of the beautiful Pertam over there. That could also be an option. In fact, that's probably a better option, getting a nice like window overlooking the beautiful view that we have. We can charge more money in that case. But I do like the landing pads being over here. In fact, maybe we'll put both of them on that side since I don't want them really getting too close to this. So yeah. I'm thinking we go no railing on this side, and then railing on this side right here. Let's turn that around. And then we'll have two staircases going down here to like a lower platform, which would look kind of cool. All right, we need a lot of small steel tubes and stuff, so let's see if we have enough stuff or if we've run out of iron. So it's definitely not infinite iron, but we do have enough to last for now. I think our production's done. Wait, no, we need nickel for our motors. What did we need motors again for? Was it for this? Oh yeah, it was for this. We're gonna need to build more of those, so might as well go and grab a little bit of nickel while we're here. Oh wait, the storm has subsided quite a bit. Let's check out our view of Pertam. There's a bunch of clouds there, so we can't see anymore, or you can't see the splotch I was talking about, but it was like right there. So we'll take a look once the storm is completely gone. Maybe there's a break in the clouds or something. I don't know. Let's go grab some nickel. All right, a little bit of nickel right here. Where's the nickel? Is it? Oh, it's that. It's that yellow stuff. Okay, let's grab a little bit of this stuff to bring back to our base. This should allow us to make some more motors. And I think nickel's required for metal grids too, isn't it? Although I can't imagine what we would really need metal grids for. Unless we're building some heavy stuff. But I don't think we're going to be attacked by reavers on this planet. That said, we do plan on activating an antenna as well as a beacon. Or at least one of the two. So maybe we are going to be attacked by reavers on this planet. Who knows? All right, with a little bit of nickel gained, let's start grabbing this stuff. We cannot withdraw small steel tubes. Are we out already? How many are we going to need? Probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All right, what's 25 times 26? That's the same as 100 times 6.5. So it's 650. So we need 650 small steel tubes. Let's go ahead and make those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 50. Yeah. All right, that should be enough for our stuff. All right, while that stuff is making, let's start drawing out the landing pads that we're gonna have. So I think what we're gonna do is these stairs right here are gonna come down to like a little platform that we're gonna have, and those are gonna be made out of half armor. So I'll have a stairs that comes down right here, a stairs that comes down right there, and then we'll make a full armor one right here. Full armor, full armor, full armor, because you can actually see that edge right there. So I think stairs, we'll have this single wide thing coming out to here where we'll have our platforms. So like that, pretty much. So the first landing platform will be... Actually, I have a better idea. Let's remove this. Okay, we're not going to do it all to one side. I was saying we're going to have them all to one side so we don't have to worry about them hitting this, but I think it's going to be fine. What we're going to do is we're going to have it like right here. So this will be a half as well. Not a full. We'll do a half. We'll do another half, and then we'll do a full right here. And that's going to be the start of the landing platform. It's not going to be that big. Probably like maybe a 5x5, I'm thinking, or is that too big? That might be too big even. Let's do a 4x4 and see how that looks. All right, what do you think of that? That's a decent sized landing pad. I mean, that could like, if you had like a miner or something, that could definitely go there. I think if we imagine like the lore of the ships that will be coming here, bringing the trade stations, like, you know, they're not actually coming here physically because there's no like proper NPCs in the game that would like fly around. But like, if we could think of them actually coming here, we could imagine them coming in like some sort of drop pod instead of bringing their entire frigate down here. So, or some sort of refueling pod or something. Now, the only thing I don't like about this is that it's an even number of blocks here, so there's no easy way to put the connector. So I think we might actually do a 5x5 after all, just so we don't have to worry about that unevenness. Or, you know, maybe there's something to be said about a 5x4. I mean, hopefully no one's screaming in the comments right now. But a 5x4 I don't think is going to be that bad. Let's check it out. Little blocks here. Let's get these under blocks right here because it bugs me when they're not placed, because it doesn't look structural. I swear, at some point they're going to add, randomly, they're going to add structural integrity to this game and everything's going to fall apart. But anyway, yeah, we're going to stick the connector right here. Then we'll have this little thing right here. Doesn't have to be like a full landing pad after all. I mean, you could always have like half a landing pad, then some stairs coming down to the environment or something. I don't know. Just some ways you can make it look interesting. And there we go. If we add a little ramp like this, we can make it seem like a little a rover could get up here if it wanted to. I think it looks pretty cool. Cheeky little ramp. All right, we're going to make the same thing over here. A 5x4, I think we're going to do. Unless we want to make it a different size. But then I'll have more people screaming at me in the comments if they're just both uneven. Actually, you know what? I think I will make it a different size. We're going to make it a 5x6 now. I think it's actually going to look pretty good, though, in contrast with the other one. Just because of how the other one is laid out. And I'll show you that in just a second once I finish building this up right here. Let me put in the interior blocks as well so you can see the full thing. 5x6. A 5x4 and a 5x6. All right, so essentially here's how it works. They both are different types. Okay, so this one right here is a 5x4, but it's got 3 extra blocks of kind of like lead in. So this is like if a rover was in here, it'd be able to get up here if it needed to. And we might actually change that to make it look a little bit nicer. But this one is essentially the same size, except it's got no rover thing, so it can hold the same ship, but it just doesn't have a rover access point. So I think they kind of look similar in size once you actually take that into account over there. And again, yeah, we're probably going to redo that to make it look a little bit nicer. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, what do we want to do now? I guess let's build up all these blocks here, since I think we probably have the blocks for it, or the materials for it now. Unless they're still building, holy crap. Oh no, that's the motors. Oh, look at that. Such a beautiful planet off in the distance. You can see the sun kind of just barely behind it. I guess it's like an eclipse or something, where the eclipse is giant because it's Pertam. But I think you can kind of see what I was talking about with those little white splotches. I thought it was over there though, but maybe what we're seeing is actually just glitches in the, maybe we're seeing clouds, but we could also be seeing just glitches in the voxel over there. Because I see another one like right there, and one right here as well. So I don't know. Are there snow areas on the planet of Pertam? That'd be a little interesting, considering it's mostly desert. But I guess it would make sense. You know, Mars has snow areas after all, and it's also. Well, I can't really say Mars is much of a desert. But here, I think you see what I mean when I was talking about that that graceful corner that I wish that existed for this block right here, because you can see how it kind of curves right there, but for this one right here, it doesn't really curve. It just kind of like goes straight into this turn. I think that looks a little bit weird, and maybe it would be nice if there was a block that looked like this but didn't have the railings. All right, let's keep building these. All right, nice sets of stairs. Oops, that's the wrong place. Nice sets of stairs right there. We're gonna have the ramps come this way. So we're probably gonna have double like that. There we go. And maybe this is a good place to stick a couple of red lights as well, just to make it look a little bit nicer. Then over here is gonna be the main cockpit. So I guess we're gonna have probably something like this. Oops, not like that. Probably something like this. And then hold off one right there. And then one right here. On the corner. And I guess we could go around the full thing and then just leave the middle unblocked, I guess. I don't know, this is pretty much all trial and error, you know? You try something until it looks decent, and then and anything that doesn't look decent you just remove later. That's how it works. Pretty sure we have a bunch of steel plates, so let me go in here and grab those, and we can do a little bit of work on these blocks under here to make it look a little bit nicer. I got a tiny minuscule lag spike there. I wonder if something spawned in. Oh hey, the sun is out from behind Pertam. Nice. Alright, let's build this up. There we go. I doubt we're going to be able to build this whole thing since, well, I mean, it is half blocks most of the time, so maybe we could. Those pillars, though, are costing a little bit. There we go, we've got the outside built, which actually looks pretty nice, I'm not going to lie. Alright, let's build the inside. We're out of steel plates. Oh no. Okay, we're going to need to do a couple more iron runs and build a couple more steel plates up. Alright, another load of, wait, what the heck? Why do I have medkits in my inventory? I don't need those. We're not injured. All right, another load of iron. We can start building this thing up, or finish building it up. Actually, I think we should be able to finish at least this one. There we go. Hop. Ooh, what a nice hop. I actually made it all the way. Okay, let's build up this one as well. I don't think I'll be able to get this entire one. Actually, I said I would probably change these, so we're not gonna do those quite yet. And we can get some of it. Maybe not all of it. Maybe all of it?
Energy.
Could it be?
Low.
Could it be? Could we get all of it? No. We're just like 15 shy. Alright, we have enough to get the rest of it. It's just this, but there was also a couple of ones that I didn't do over here. I believe this one. Yep, these ones on the bottom right here. Which, again, will drive me crazy if those aren't actually built up and the rest of it is. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. We have a large and a small. Pretty nice. All right, now we just need to get all of these built up. But, you know, that can wait for now. What I want to do now is I want to try and get those rooms set up. So I was saying that we want to have like two little hotel room things. And again, these aren't really going to be like functional. Like no one's going to actually stay in them. But again, if we want this whole narrative to work where we're building this thing as like a sort of rest stop to kind of entice all those trade stations that are thousands of kilometers away to build a trade station a little closer, then yeah, I would think they'd want a little room to stay in. So let's build a couple of rooms. And you know what? We could build them like on this side. Like we could have this turn into like an entrance. So maybe just no railing right there. It would go into this building and then we'd have like a room right there and a room right here. You can see the lovely sunset. I think that would look nice. Let's try that. Let's give that a go. Okay, so I think this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna have this like this. We're gonna have one right there with no railing. Then we're gonna have one with a railing on that side, railing on that side, railing on that side, and probably continue like that. And then maybe stop right there or something. But essentially this one right here with no railing is going to just kind of be a stairs that's gonna come down here, and that's going to allow access to this thing down here. So we're gonna have a staircase that's right there. In fact, I can build it here. Well, maybe I can't, hang on. All right, we're gonna do the light trick. Because the light trick is awesome, and whoever came up with it first is amazing. Boom, light trick, throw a light right there, and then suddenly you can magically place your staircase as if there was no problem. All right, sweet. Staircase right there gives us access to this thing right here. And then what we're gonna do is on this side right here, we're going to have those rooms. So they're gonna be probably about 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks big, which might be too big, honestly. Nah, it'll be fine. We'll have a whole kitchen in them and stuff. All right, you know what? I've made a decision. It's kind of going to be an odd room, but essentially it's going to be a motel. So this is going to be like the walkway, kind of like if you're going to like a Motel 6 on the side of a highway. You've got this kind of walkway, and then you find your room, you go into it, and you're in your room. If you have a different room, you go into a different room like that. Yeah, it's going to be a little space motel. It's going to be awesome. This one right here obviously going to be a little more expensive because it's going to have a corner view. This one here is only going to have a single view. But yeah, I think they're both going to be pretty awesome. Okay, I think it's looking pretty good. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do some of the sides, because obviously this side right here needs to be a wall, so it's going to be kind of like a 2 by 3 room. So I guess that's not that big. It's enough for like a bed, a desk, a window, a big window, or at least like a 2 by 1 window that you can see through. But yeah, so that needs to be a wall. I think I'm probably going to make this a wall as well, and then but that needs to be a wall as well. So maybe this needs to go out one more. I don't know. I'll make the first room and then decide if I need to make the second room a little bit larger. But yeah, okay. I think this is going to be fine. What are my door options? I know they put out a teaser for their next update in the game, and I remember one of the things in the teaser was like a door. So we might have access to a new door soon, but as far as the doors I want here, this one's a small ship, so we can't use it. We have an offset door and we have a normal door. Wait, is the offset door... The offset door is just a reskin of the door, right? I think that's probably the case. Well, I'll grab that door and see what we have. Okay, so we have a normal door. We could always do that. That would look actually pretty decent right there. We'd have a window right there. I think that might not be a bad option. Offset door is kind of similar. We could put it right there, have a window right there. In fact, offset door I think looks even better. Let's try out the... what about this offset door? Oh, wait, no, that's the offset door. This is just door. Hang on. Wait. Okay, so door goes in the middle, which would not work very well for windows. Whereas offset door actually is offset on the side. That makes sense. I think we're going to use offset door because I think that corresponds the best with what we want to do. And then we'll stick a window right there for like a little window where you can see out. Kind of like all those hotels have. They have like a window right there. Usually there's a big set of curtains right next to it. There we go. There's that window. And then these ones right here are going to be a 1 by 2, which I think we need this block for. No, that's a 2 by 3. We need the 1 by 2 flat. Awesome. And we're going to flip it so it's inverted like that. So we'll be able to see out kind of like that. Okay. Yeah, so that'll be about the size of the room. It'll be about that big right there. Oh, hey, there's a mobile drilling platform over there. Let's not tell them that we have a lot of ores right under our base. Otherwise, they're gonna come drill right through us. Okay, so with that set up, we should be able to... Oh, well, there's our... there's our Centurion thing that Honk the Tonk has. But we should be able to stick this right here, just like the other one. Boom. And we should be able to stick this right here, just like... Not that one. That one right there. Just like the other one. And then also the door would go right here. Boom. Okay. Let's get a nice thing right there. And there we go. So that... Oops. Don't want to hit that. That's about the size of our little motel that we're going to have. So once people land in right here, they'll be able to be like, oh, okay. Oh, I'm so tired. I would like to rent a room, please. Okay, we'll come over here. Boom. Rent a room. stare at the beautiful sunrise. You can see if anyone's trying to steal your ship. You can sleep on the bed that's going to be there. It's going to be amazing. Okay, let's build this thing up. Get this thing ready for people to live in. What the heck was that jump? Did you see that? I just jumped massive height. Yo, I gotta like rewatch that and figure out how I did that, because maybe that's a little exploit I can use to get massive height. Yeah, just did it again. What the heck? I don't know if it can be very useful, but like, that was cool. There it is. Yeah, look at that. You can jump like an entire block. Like normally you can't get over a block because it's too tall, but with that you can definitely jump farther than a block, or higher than a block. Well, this is one very easy way to get rid of all of my steel plates that I had in reserve. So it looks like we're going to be going to get more iron. There we go. So that's a kind of nice siding right there. You've got your window right here. The bed is going to be, I think, right there. Yeah, I think it's going to be right there. And then there's going to be a little desk right here as well. Or maybe we'll put the desk there and then the bed there. I think that probably makes more sense. So you don't have the window staring directly at the bed. But yeah, that's actually a nice sized room, honestly. And then over here, same thing. This side actually has the lights, which again, I don't know if they work. I guess they kind of do. But yeah, so bed, death. That one won't look as good though. Maybe we'll put the door here and the window there. Yeah, I think we do that. Flip those around. I think we're just gonna go flat roof, honestly. Flat roof is easy, you know, there's no, I mean, it's not fancy, but I think it looks good enough. It's just a roof. It does its job. Hopefully snow won't accumulate on it. Oh my gosh, again with the last one. Almost got them all, but not quite. All right, we got all components for both doors, which is very lucky. I didn't know that we'd be able to, because it's a lot of components for each of these. But there we go. Doors are now fully operational. And let's do the windows. We've been building up our bulletproof glass. Obviously not enough. Must be going relatively slow. No, we've just run out of silicon. Well, we should be able to at least get these front windows done. There's one, and there's some of one. But looks nice. Man, where is the silicon when we need it? There was plenty of it in space. We could go this way. I remember there was a bunch of materials over this way, but we're going to eventually lose our base in the storm, so I don't think that's a good idea, actually. Don't tell me. Okay. For a second, I thought we had already lost our base. All right. Well, we can't unfortunately work on the windows because we don't have enough silicon to do it. I mean, we could grab like a bunch of rock, but it's a very slow process. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to put the desk and the bed in here. So let's get the desk. What the heck? Can we actually make a dead engineer? I think we can make a dead engineer. That's kind of crazy. I don't think that would do very well for our sales though here. Desk. All right, so for a desk, we're just gonna go for a standard thing like this, and then we'll go for a bed as well. They have this bed. I guess we could use this. Do they not have like a standard, like a bunk bed or something? I guess that's in a mod probably. Okay, I guess we'll go with the space bed. Looks a little bit weird in this case, but I guess it'll work. I think the way we're going to do this is we're going to put our bed like right here, facing that way. So it's got kind of a little barrier right there, so you can't see in from there, but you still get this nice view that you can see right there. And then we're going to stick the desk like this. Yeah, I think we're going to put the desk like that. And I think that'll look pretty good. That's a pretty cool design. You got this nice nook right here you can go in. You got all this space over here you can do whatever you want with. I mean, we could always put the desk right there. That wouldn't be a bad option either. Do we want any other amenities in here? That's the question. Let's see. Oh, yes. Okay, I've got the idea. I've got the play. All right, check this out. So we've got bed, desk, couch right here. So this is kind of a place you can kind of come and chill. You chill right here. Then when you want to go and do your desk stuff, you can like write while watching someone sleep, I guess. And then you can sleep right here. Boom. It's an amazing hotel room. Don't let anyone else tell you different. All right, let's get this room set up right here. This one is... I'm actually going to add a double window. I'm going to add another window right there just because I think it would look nice. All right, this room's even better. I'm gonna wait to build it up though to show you. It's going to be amazing. All right, check it out. Say you've come in and you've landed and you're like walking up here and you're like, oh, I need to check into the motel. So you're coming down here. You're either room 1 or you're in room 1. You go into this one. This one's, you know, it's got like a little place you can sit, which is nice. It's got another place you can sit, which is nice. It's even got a place you can lay down, which is also nice. You can do all those things. You can look out the window. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Close the door. Then you got this room, which is the suite. This is the master suite. This one right here, it's got a little kitchen right here and this little nook over here, so you can like look outside at the mountain while you're kitchening, or you can watch someone sleep, as we do. You can sit at the desk. Sweet. You can look out this way where you can see the valley as well as Pertam, or you can sit down here. You can look out this way where you can see your ship, or also Pertam, or even the valley. You can just see everything, or you can sleep in there in the unfinished bed. So this right here is the master suite, and of course you've got the smaller one. But yeah, that's our little motel. It's a little unfinished, so we need to work on that. But I think it's a good start. And in fact, I think it fits all of our requirements. Just a little place where, you know, our fictional people can go and kind of chill, so that they can work on building us a trade station up there in space. All right, so with that mostly built, I want to do a couple more things. I want to get all of this stuff built up. I want to get this over there connected to these two, so we can say that they're actually like fully fuel-y operational, so that the fuel can actually come over and go to there. You know, so it actually works as a refueling outpost. I probably should get these up and running as well. Okay, there's a lot that we need to do. Okay, quickly, let's get these up and running. All right, well, everything for that is in the assembler currently, so it's going to take a little bit. Might as well work on this as well while we're here. So for this, essentially what we're going to do is we're just going to carry on with these pipes. We're going to bring this down. So do we have a curved one for this? We probably do. It'd be weird if it didn't. We'll do a curve like that, and we're probably going to do a all-way split right here, because I don't know exactly where we're going to. Now, I was saying this would be a nice little place to have like a little, I don't know, like a little access, but it doesn't make much sense, because now you won't be able to get to it, will you? But, oh well. We'll go all-way split like this, and then we're going to go with our conveyor pipes. Okay. Yeah, we can still get through there. All right, pipes all the way out to here, where we're going to do, I believe, another all-way split right about there. We don't actually need an all-way split. We can just do a four-way like that, and then we're going to do another one of those right there. Yeah, it's almost operational. It's not quite there yet, but it's getting there. I would also like to, while I'm here, go in here and place one of these right there, so that has a little bit more support. We'll build that up. We don't have enough stuff, of course, but it's fine. Okay, so now we need to get that operational. In addition to that, I think we want to attach this here somehow. I don't know how we're going to get that over here. Alternately, if I had this coming out all the way out to here, what could I then do? Let's say for you know, for the sake of argument, that I had this coming out right to about there, and then splitting with that. Then what could I do? You know, maybe we just go two, like this. I don't suppose we could stick one of these right there, could we? Get like 3 going? I don't think that would fit. That would look pretty cool though, but I don't think it would fit. Actually, it would look even cooler if we could do 4, but... Okay, so we could do it like that. That actually doesn't look that bad, I think. I think that looks pretty cool, actually. Let's try this, and if it... I mean, it's only 3 instead of 4, but, I mean, honestly, 4 was a bit overkill anyway. I think it looks pretty cool. Let's get it built up. We'll start with this first one. It's gonna take a couple of trips, but we should be able to get everything for this one. There we go, that's one built. Let's get the second one built. I'm gonna have to go back through my comments, because it's just now that I'm remembering that one of you gave me a really good comment on how to get multiple things in your build planner, and I forgot how it was, how to do it, but yeah. I gotta go back through and remember. Alright, a couple trips later, we should be able to get this one, except for the steel plates. Yep, okay, so we only need steel plates now for that. Let's try and get all these guys up and running, since those only need steel plates, and those right there don't require steel plates at all. That looks pretty cool, I think, this little kind of section. I might set up some, or I might put some blocks here so it doesn't, or so it's a little bit covered on the outsides. Or maybe I'll leave it open. I don't know. We'll decide eventually. Oh, rip. Why are those so slow? Wind turbine. They have good clearance. Are we going into... I think we're going into a storm, because they keep going down. Poor clearance now. Yeah, we have a dust storm coming. Dang. Means our power's not great. You know what I haven't been in a while? Struck by lightning. I don't think there's lightning on this planet. That was just a thing that happened all the time on Pertam. Oh my god, Pertam. Wow. I don't know what it is, but something about this storm type makes Pertam look weird. And very like, kind of green almost. I remember this happened last episode as well. It's a very, very odd kind of filter that we get when we view through this this storm. But I don't know, I can't wait for it to end because it's completely destroyed all of our power. Of course, I haven't wasted the time. I have been mining iron this entire time, so now we have about 30 to 40k iron inside this inventory, which is not much if you're coming with a ship, but from an inventory is pretty solid. Iron. Yeah, it looks like we have 36k iron in here. So once this thing comes back up and running, we should have plenty of iron to finish building up all this stuff. There we go. We have all of our industrial hydrogen tanks up and running. Should I change them to a different color? What do you guys think? Write down in the comments if you think I should change to like orange or blue. Blue would look really weird. I could make them like a white, maybe like a bluish white or something, like a camouflaged almost thing. I pretty much have my default color set to like this dark gray. That's the color I've pretty much been working with when I build anything. Which is why it's this color, but if we want it to be changed, we could always do that. Alright, I'm going to go on a quick expedition to see if I can find any silicon. Now, I know we saw a couple of stuff over here. This was kind of where we got lost. We saw a couple of materials kind of over in this direction. I don't know exactly where it is, but I know it was over here. Ah, magnesium. Okay, we got magnesium over here. I really should have brought something to mark the area, but we have magnesium. I don't really think we're going to need magnesium. We just need really silicon. Can you, is there an air, like, can you see where the ores are on this planet? Like, I know you can on Earth, but... Okay, not really. There's no real splotches like there are on the, on Pertam and Earth and Mars and that sort of planets. Oh wait, here's iron. So maybe there are splotches, because I did see something, which is why I came over here. Silicon? Oh, here's silicon. Sweet. Okay. I just read it off. I was like, oh, silicon? That's not what we need. Nope, we got some silicon. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and grab a little bit of this. I don't know that we're going to need that much silicon, honestly. Wait, I'll pick up stone. Get out of here, stone. Silicon's a dark color as well, which confuses me. There it is. All right, we're going to pick up as much silicon as we can. I'm going to drop all the stone that I have, and we're going to pick up a little bit more silicon. Honestly, though, I think we might only need just like one inventory full, because we don't really need to build that much with silicon. Are we ever going to find that again? I don't know. All right, after returning from our silicon trips, we can now build the computers that were required for this thing. Awesome, and we can now get everything required for this one as well, except for apparently 20 construction components. Okay. But let's get the rest of this built up, and then we'll probably call it an episode. Actually, wait, no, we do need to build one more thing, which is going to be the antenna. And then we'll call it an episode. All right, we should be able to complete this right here. Yes! All right, this should now be operational. Anything connected here should be able to recharge from our base charging thing. Plus, this should be able to store things in there. So this probably doesn't have any more ice anymore. No, it still has ice. Why does it still have ice? This is connected to that. Well, how come those aren't charging? Is it because we have nowhere to put the oxygen? That could be. That could very well be the problem. Oh, wait, no, okay. For some reason I thought that we needed an oxygen tank so that the process could start where this thing turns all of its stuff into hydrogen. But no, we actually don't need one. That was a tiny bit of a voice crack there. It's actually doing it automatically. So those are already filling. This guy is losing all of its ice, which is why all of our stuff was cutting out. But this is actually a really well-timed storm, because now it's going to increase our power availability. All right, so since we don't have to do any of that, what we can do now is start worrying about our last thing we want to do, which is building an antenna. Now, let's hop over here real quick and go to production. I've already set these to produce, but they require a lot of silicon. So I'm going to go to our refinery, bump our silicon into the lead, and we should start seeing this stuff produce. We need 30 of those to build our antenna. So once that stuff produces, we'll be able to put it wherever we want it. Thinking that it would be nice to have up here. Let me get some steel plates. We don't have very many, but thinking maybe something like this. And then this, and then an antenna right up on top like that. It's kind of central to the base. It's kind of out of the way, so if you're already avoiding those, you'd be avoiding the antenna as well. I think it's not a bad position. Let's throw it up. Antenna. So this is going to have the maximum range, and this is going to be able to send out a signal all the way into the stars, you know, fictionally, that the other traders will be able to hear, and it will allow them to build their trading outposts close to us, so we don't have to go like a billion miles away just for trading. All right, I know from experience that antennas usually take 4 trips because there's so much stuff to get. The radio components themselves are extremely heavy. It actually also looks like we need some steel plates. Wait, was that only 3 trips? What? I didn't realize we could do it. Oh wait, because usually I'm carrying a bunch of tanks. Okay. All right, so now we have our antenna. What we're gonna do is call it something cool. Let's go up to our antenna. We're gonna set HUD text to Triton Refuel Outpost. With a smiley face to entice everybody to join. We're going to increase the radius to 50,000 meters, which is totally enough for everything else to see amongst the stars. All right, and with our antenna completely set up and its range maxed out, and with that smiley face at the end of the HUD text, we should start seeing trading outposts spawning next episode in the outer area. By spawning, I mean I'm probably going to manually put them in there. I mean, I'm definitely going to manually put them in there because you can't get them to respawn there. So that's, I mean, this is just like kind of the fictional way that we tell ourselves that this is how they came to be there and this is the reason they weren't there before. So now that they have an area they can refuel, all is well. And we will see them next episode. So everybody, this is going to be the end of this episode. If you liked it, please hit the like button, put your comments and your suggestions down below in the comments section. I think this really looks cool, by the way, in the snowstorm. It just looks like a really cool little outpost kind of weathering the storm. So next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to take this thing off and we're going to go back to space. So that's going to be the last that we're going to see of this base for now. We might eventually come down here again. I don't know. Who knows what we're going to do in the future. But I think probably by next episode, we're going to start going back to space and then eventually to Pertam to see what's over there, or to continue our life over on Pertam. But yeah, again, if you guys liked it, hit the like button. I will see you guys in the next episode of Space Engineers Survival on Triton? Space? Pertam? I don't know. See you guys in the next episode.